My name is Marion Carter, and I am a therapist resident at Lartey Wellness. So it's actually a funny story. When I went to undergrad, I actually went to school for criminal justice. I knew after undergrad that I would be a lawyer. I knew I always wanted to work with people and like help people, but I wasn't really sure if being a lawyer was for me. But after some time working in the police department at one of the universities in Baltimore, I learned that I wanted to be able to help students and youth on a more one-on-one basis. I worked in the dispatch center, so I worked with a lot of students that were like going through a crisis. So in those moments, I'm just responsible for sending the proper authorities to the scene or to the incident that was occurring at the time. So I knew I wanted to be more involved. I always wanted to be able to help those students in the middle of their crisis and track their progress and be able to more so help them on a long-term basis. So that's what kind of like started that interest. And then I also worked as a mental health advocate in undergrad, and I loved it. I loved spreading the positive messages about mental health and, fighting against that stigma. So I always had an interest. I just didn't find out until after some time of being in the field. When I was doing my research, I seen that this office was really diverse. I've heard great things from previous interns. So once I seen that the office was very diverse, there was a lot of therapists with different backgrounds. I knew that was something I wanted to be a part of, and I thought it would be helpful for me because that's a working environment that I prefer to be in. So a work week for me, it looks pretty hectic. I am currently working a day job as an administrative assistant. So I do that in the mornings, and then in the evenings I see clients. So it's easy to balance because my day job is very flexible. So I have a lot of flexibility around that, and I'm able to still have time to see clients. So just the mix of the two jobs and just going back and forth between balancing the two and also, practicing that self-care so I don't experience burnout. I like to say that I'm very eclectic, but I think for me, I do take like a person-centered approach. I think that I prefer like non-directive sessions with my clients. I like my clients to take the lead, and I like to, look at them outside of their diagnosis and provide the help that they need, tailored to their styles and their interests. I sit in working with children and young adults as well. I love working with children and youth. It's always been a population that I've worked with throughout my career. So it's just a preference to stay in that field. I can really say how diverse it is. I think that we have people from all over the world working here at Lartey, and I think that's something that is a strength for us. Not a lot of offices are as diverse. I think we all bring unique experiences. We all have different styles, and I think all of that together in one setting is very beneficial for the clients that we serve. I would say if you're looking for a therapist for the first time, to know that it's a process, to know that the first therapist that you see may not be the best fit, but the goal is to find someone that best fits your needs and that can provide you with the resources and interventions that you need to address whatever problem that you're going through. Television show definitely has to be Grey's Anatomy. And then my favorite food is pizza. I love pizza. Travel destination has to be, it definitely has to be Bora Bora. Bucket list that I hope to accomplish in the next 5 years is to travel to at least 5 places outside of the US. Thing that I hope to change is the stigma around mental health. I'm really big on mental health matters. So that's something that I not preach to people, but I try to get that message across that mental health does matter, especially within communities of color, because it's something that is such a huge stigma. So fighting against that and encouraging people to seek help when they need it.